All right. Thanks everybody for joining us today. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates a little bit differently. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today so we can talk a little bit more about what makes us different, how it all works. Then I'll pass it over to Kyle Hershey, our COO. He'll actually show us a little back-end demo of how it all works on the back end. And we'll close it out with Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager with 28 years of experience, to bring it all together in the traditional sense. So let me share my screen here and we can start on the page that hopefully most of you have checked out that gives a little more information, but let me explain a little bit more about what we mean. So if you haven't already noticed, we are a little bit different. We are all about leads, unlimited free leads powered by our software, proprietary mortgage software, CRM, POS, LOS, all built in together. And of course, we have the AI built in as well. So what you're about to see, we've written every line of code for, and myself and Kyle, we come from a little bit of a different background where we come from more of a lead generation and marketing background and building these systems and software to push those systems through. So what that means for you guys is, again, we're non-delegated correspondent. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute, but we want to give you guys the tools to scale your business instantly. So whether that's scaling up with our leads or generating more leads from what you're already doing just by plugging into our system, we want to make sure we give you guys a platform to build on. So how do we do that? As I mentioned before, we are non-delegated correspondent and we're approved with over 120 lenders and investors. What that means for you guys is we can do whatever is best for our borrowers, whether that's broker or correspondent, whatever is best. So we built this in all the different business models from FDIC bank, broker, non-del. We found that the best of both worlds is the non-delegated correspondent. We typically always have the best pricing at the 5,000 loan programs that we have where we are the lender with our 34 correspondent investors. That's because correspondent pricing is always going to beat broker pricing even at the same investor and for the same program because we're funding the loan with our own money and using our law firm to draw docs, and all the risk that comes with that comes better pricing. Now, if there's a reason we don't have better pricing or don't have a product, we have over 110 wholesale lenders we're partnered with for anything that's outside of the box where we might not be able to get the best pricing with our own funds. So what that means for you guys is we have every loan program you can imagine, all the standard stuff, VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, non-QM, DSCR, that's all the stuff we like to fund in-house typically, where we're going to have the best options. Once we start going a little bit outside the box, we may have to partner with a wholesale lender, commercial, fix and flip, ground up, mixed use, CDFI, SBA, whatever it might be. And as we always mention, we have the AI built in at every step. So we call our AI loan officer assistant. His name is Calvin, and he helps you through every step of the loan to push you through no matter which channel you choose, broker or correspondent. And you'll hear us talk about this a lot, and Kyle will show you a little more, but let's talk a little bit more about the technology here. So it all starts with our website, which you're looking at, one page of it, with our AI, POS, CRM, LOS all built in. And really what it means is it's built for us by us because we can do one login for you, one login for your customer, no matter which of our hundreds of different outlets and thousands of different programs we choose to use, you and your customers have to go to one place. We also have our rates built in so we can get instant rate quotes from our 5,000 loan programs where we're the lender from our investors. And we can automatically requote those with our system as the rates change throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, whatever it is. Basically, your prospects can flow from just the basics, name, email, phone number, to pulling their own live rates, completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, importing that all into our Encompass-based platform, all automatically without you lifting a finger. And the best part is you don't even have to log into Encompass. We have over 50 API integrations where we use some of the standard systems, but you don't necessarily have to have a login. So you can use Encompass, don't necessarily have to log into Encompass. Optimal Blue pricing for all the investors, don't have to log in to Optimal Blue, just click a button. Meridian Link for credit, click a button. Account check, VOE, VOI. VOA, click of a button. Appraisal works 5 AMCs, a click of a button. You get the point here. Everything is integrated in one system. So you can also capture leads from our website users with no form required. That's a pretty cool feature. So you can see if people are browsing it in the market without necessarily having to fill out a form. You can also plug into our instant business cards and flyers so you can get more leads and automatically post those to your social network with your custom link and get more leads every day from what you're already doing. And you can use our dual Oz system with our AI. So you can obviously run dual Oz on a lot of platforms, but we also run an analysis with our Calvin AI to see which may be the best option for your borrower. So another cool feature there. And of course, we have new releases every week and development team on staff to do new requests as needed. Now, one of the things we found lacking in a lot of different business models was the training and support, especially in the new remote environment. So since we're all remote based here, we want to make sure we have everything at your fingertips. So that's our remote based learning center, like our classroom, where you can take trainings anytime, upgrade your skills. And we also have our daily podcast style trainings where you can tap into our trainings and learn about our daily mortgage rates and programs, our weekly sales trainings, our weekly loan officer trainings. And of course, we want to get face to face, so you can log into our live Zoom support during business hours, 10:30 to 6 p.m. We also have our knowledge center with thousands of articles, not just from us, but from our partners. So that allows us to have tips, tricks, guideline matrices, all kinds of different resources. And we have our Calvin compliance AI built in to search all the federal and state regulations instantly. Now, some of the other items that don't fit in any of the other categories, but definitely we want to talk about here. We love our DSCR loans. We can do those in 44 total states without necessarily having to get new licenses. We have all kinds of different ways we get leads. Kyle will show you here in a second. And that's at a simple 50-50 split. And again, you can plug into our system and generate more leads at scale, whether that's setting up your own lead campaigns using our templates, or you can use our webhook to import leads from any place you're getting leads. You can click a button to refer deals to your teammates at any time to earn 75 basis points. Maybe you have a conflict of interest. Maybe you don't have that state license, but it's one of your customers. Whatever it may be, click that button and earn with your partners there. And we have instant payroll available. Obviously, we're not all brokered. Some people are used to the broker cadence. In case you are, we do have that button available if you need it. And we have our annual VIP retreat here in Miami, where we love to meet everybody face to face since it's all a remote environment. At least once per year, we want to get everybody down here to Miami. So any teammates that close loans can get a free hotel room for the VIP retreat there with the yacht party and all of that. Now, if you fall off, this is the replay of the video here, anytime. But let's go ahead and pull up the compensation plans here. All right, so first off, the senior loan officer plan, the one that most people are looking into here. The best compensation, 225 basis points on conventional non-QM, that's 2.25%. And if you take a company lead, simple 50-50 split, so 112.5 basis points on any company leads for conventional non-QM, that's 1.125%. Now, our senior loan officers have to be experienced. This is very unique where we have broker and correspondent available at the same time. So you have to have some experience in both channels, hopefully. And if you are, you're going to receive those referrals, not just leads, but referrals from your teammates when they maybe don't have the license or don't know about the loan type. They're going to click that button. That lead is going to be a customer from one of your teammates, and it's going to come with a ready, willing, and able customer along with a teammate to help you out. And obviously access to all the other leads. Kyle will show you here in a second. And options to earn more. So anybody that's rocking and rolling with over 2 million in volume a month, again, we want to build a platform for you so you can earn 25 basis points more on anything over that, since we want to just get you using the platform here. And if you want to teach other people to use the platform, you can upgrade to a team leader, teach them how to structure their loans and disclose their loans and how broker versus correspondent works, and earn 25 basis points helping your team structure and disclose those files. As we mentioned, you need to have experience. So you need to have closed at least 6 loans, hopefully a little bit in both channels in the last 12 months in order to be eligible to take the courses and get on the senior loan officer plan. If you're not quite eligible yet or brand new, no problem. Start as a loan officer, earn 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 1.5%. And you can earn 75 basis points on company leads. That's 0.75%. So everybody has access to non-Dell and brokered, again, with over 120 investors and lenders total. Everybody gets the website, everybody gets access to the AI, and access to all the leads Kyle will show you here in a second. Again, we mentioned this before, you can click that button if you're ever uncomfortable, maybe not experienced, or just may have a conflict of interest or no license. Click that button, earn 75 basis points working with your teammates. And we have 23 states for primary and second homes. That means we can do our business purpose DSCR in 21 additional states. So when you're ready, you can just simply click on either of these options. And when you're ready to upgrade to a senior loan officer, you just take the courses and go ahead and upgrade once you have some experience in both channels. So that's how that works to sign up. But let's go ahead and pass it over to Kyle. He'll actually show you some of the back end and some of the tools that we've built for you guys.
All right, thank you. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Give me just 1 second. All right, so just going to show you a little quick demo here of the backend. This is our CRM, and just like any other CRM, you can take your notes and send your emails and send your texts, and they pile up down here. But you can also click a button here to have our AI assistant actually create your texts and emails for you and send them to your clients. So that's a pretty cool feature there as well. But of course, you can set reminders for yourself. You can put people on, action plans, drip campaigns. So the system automatically emails them and texts them on your behalf, all that kind of good stuff that most other CRMs do. But what really starts to set our system apart here is our quoting system. So within 2 minutes, with just 6 pieces of info from the client, you can, without pulling credit, put your info in here, click one button, pull up all of our rate sheets from our different investors and select the rates you want to show your client. And within 2 minutes, send them a nice, pretty quote that looks like this, where they can see the rate choices you gave them. They can scroll over these things to see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically. The proposed loan info here does the automatic breakdown of the monthly, the taxes, insurance, HOA. Has the estimated lender fees here, and of course has you here as the loan originator, and you can also attach a realtor here. So your realtor partners love this because they know when they send you a client, not only can you quote their client with a nice quote that looks like this within minutes, but you're going to attach the realtor to it as well and keep them in front of their clients. So the realtor partners that you work with, they absolutely love this. Now, the coolest part about all this is that your client can then just click start my loan application. And what that does is it takes them right to their borrower portal. So let me show you what that looks like here, where they can then start their 1003 right here in the system, upload the documents right here. They can see their loan info. They can see the milestone of where their loan is at. And it, of course, automatically updates as you go through the process on the back end, right? So this is their borrower portal. They only have one login. They do everything here through this one login. Now, let me show you what it looks on your end here. Now that this client has submitted an application, you'll see that it's 100% complete here. And what happens is as soon as your client submits a full application, we instantly and automatically pull credit and we pay for it up front so the client doesn't have to. So by the time you come into our system here and you click the Encompass API, they've already submitted their application. Not only will the whole 1003 already be imported into here, but also the credit will be pulled and imported, the liabilities will be imported, and everything will be here. Now, if we go here, just want to point out real quick what Nick was discussing earlier about the dual AUS, where we can run automated underwriting for Fannie and Freddie at the same time with the click of a button, like a lot of other places do. But we also have our AI to analyze it for you, and it's going to compare them and tell you the best pointers for this specific scenario. So very easy there for the client to go through the process and for you to go through the process of originating the loan. Everything is already there in one place. Credit's already pulled. Everything is ready to go. Now, when the loan is in underwriting, if we scroll down here on this same exact screen, you get your underwriting conditions where you and or your processor can come in here, upload documents to clear them, or dispute the conditions to kick them back to the underwriter. All that kind of good stuff. And you can also use our system here to request documents that you may need, whether it's you or your processor instantly firing off document requests or signatures. You can actually send them signatures to sign through here. And of course, they do so through their borrower portal. They do not ever have to log into another system. Any documents they need to upload or documents they need to sign, everything's going to happen right there in the system. So that is how we take someone from being just a name, email, phone number, all the way through the process of communicating with them in the CRM, quoting them inside of our system, and collecting their 1003, pulling their credit, everything, originating the loan, getting the underwriting conditions, everything right here in one system from start to finish. Now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place, right? So there's a few different ways that we provide you with leads. The first and foremost way is that we are going to be sending you texts all day with the leads coming in from our ad campaign. So somebody clicks on one of our leads, clicks on one of our ads, they double opt in to be contacted, and you get a text message that second so that you can call the lead right then. So I'll show you just like a little snippet here of my test account, and notice I got leads coming in here. This is just over the course of 2 hours, I think, of some business purpose leads coming in, some general purchase, more business purpose DSCR leads. So you'll see here, this is essentially happening all day, where you're going to be getting text messages from the system where you can click the link, claim the lead, and give them a call. So that's the first and foremost way that we provide you with those live leads. Now, another way that we provide you with leads is in our auto dialer. So just like any other CRM, we have an auto dialer like any other auto dialer. You can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day. You can drop, you can press a button to drop an automated text and email to them if they don't answer and move right on to the next call. And the thing is here, we have leads loaded in here for you. So not only are we giving you the live leads every day, but there's also leads in here. So we have thousands of leads in here for you to call, both opted in leads. Then if those run out, there's cold call leads, there's realtor leads. So there's all kinds of leads in here for you to call at all times. You'll always have thousands of leads here in the auto dialer. Now, another way to work leads in our system here is on our services tab, we can actually set up an ad campaign for you. So we're going to be giving you leads every day at a 50-50 split from our ad campaigns. However, if you would like to pay for your own ad campaign up front, we can copy our ad campaigns that we know work, put your budget on it, and then you're paying for the lead up front. So there is no lead split on the back end, right? So we're going to give you leads for no upfront cost every day on a 50-50 lead split. However, if you want to boost your pipeline even more with even more leads and ones where you don't have to pay the 50-50 split on the back end, you can actually have us set up your own campaigns for you. And another way to work leads here in our system is if you're already purchasing leads from anywhere else, say like Zillow or LendingTree or Free Rate Update, we give you your webhook here to import those leads into our system in real time, right? So the lead comes in from, let's say, Free Rate Update, it goes into our CRM instantly and automatically. You get the notification from our CRM, so you can call them and quote them and gather their documents, everything like any other lead, right? So whether it's leads generated from our system or your own leads or leads that you're purchasing from anywhere else, they all can come into the system the same way in real time, and you'll be notified so that you can contact them and get a deal done. So essentially any way there is to receive leads, to work leads, to get leads, we provide here in the system. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jose here. So Jose is our sales manager here with 28 years of experience as a loan officer and a realtor. And he'll talk a little bit about how this kind of all comes together to actually close more loans and the support that we have here. And then we will open it up to questions. So go ahead and keep dropping your questions in the Q&A, and we will get to them right after this. Go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. So you've heard about the great leads program and the amazing technology. It's real important that you understand the whole concept of working the leads properly, right? We all talk about lead funnels and all that good stuff. And then real important to be able to use all the technology and tie in all of the 5,000 plus loan products that we have at the Mortgage Calculator. So the important additional missing ingredient there is the support that we give. Now that support is multifaceted. You have the support that's available through our Knowledge Center, where we have basically indexed and digitized all of the processes that we do at the Mortgage Calculator, loan types, all the different things that we do with videos and just guidance, written guidance, so that you can just go into the Knowledge Center, type in your topic in the search bar, and probably be able to do 85 or 90% of your research right there. The other 10 or 15% is us basically providing the additional support, helping you connect the dots, right? We have our Zoom room, which is staffed by our in-house processors. And I'm also in a special Zoom room to provide additional structure support which you may need above and beyond the structure support that's being provided by your team leaders, right? Everybody's assigned to a team leader. Once they are approved to originate, once you complete your training and you're activated, fully activated, you're assigned to a team leader. And then, for example, as soon as a loan application is submitted by one of your prospects, you sent them a cool quote. They loved it. They clicked start my loan application, completed the loan application, credit gets pulled. 5 minutes later, after they click that button, 10 minutes later, you're receiving a loan application submitted email. The great news is your team leader gets that email, management gets that email, and everybody's quickly replying to that email, giving you guidance initially to get you going in preparation for the meeting, the Zoom meeting for structure that you will have with your team leader, because it's a requirement for team leaders and MLOs to meet within 24 hours of a loan application being submitted. Especially important, for example, I'm going to give the example of one of our newer MLOs. She had some lending experience, but she was pretty new to non-QM. She had, obviously faith in herself, signed up for her own leads pack. So besides receiving company generated leads at the 50-50 split, she was receiving her own leads at a full split for her, right? She received an interesting lead who had been denied by another lender, right? That lead reached out to our MLO via her lead, clicked on her ad, went into her system. They communicated, and he basically said, "I have an appraisal, I have a contract, 85% LTV, and I need to close this loan," right? So, and it had already been denied as a full doc loan. So we met, her and the MLO and I met. Luckily, she had done her research in the Knowledge Center, came prepared with the bank statements, came prepared with the tax returns. She was thinking, well, they did full doc tax returns. I'm going to do bank statements. But luckily for her, we had that structure meeting. And after a deep analysis of the bank statements, definitely couldn't go full doc, but after a deep analysis of the bank statements and communication with the borrower, realized that bank statement was not going to be possible because of large deposits that were not able to be documented as income, as business related income. But luckily for her and for the borrower, we have our profit and loss program at the same loan to value as the bank statement program, maximum 85% LTV, never any MI. And within 3 weeks and 2 days, after 3 additional structure meetings, we closed that loan. And the icing on the cake there was that she was also able to get the existing appraisal transferred. That was another condition of the borrower. You need to use my appraisal, and can't provide tax returns because they're not going to work. And we were able to close it. Luckily, he had an accountant that he was working with that could provide the necessary profit and loss and the report and the third-party verification letter. And we were able to close that 85% LTV. Great rate for the borrower. Everybody met the target, and the MLO got her 1.5% commission of $1,056,000. So again, I pretty strongly feel that would not have been possible had she not had the support that we provided with the structure meetings to help her connect the dots and make that borrower's dream a reality. And like that, we have other success stories continually here at the Mortgage Calculator, where MLOs previously had a cookie cutter outfit doing your standard loans, full doc, conventional stuff like that. All of a sudden, their first 2 or 3 loans are bank statement loans, DSCR loans, asset utilization loans. I mean, a bunch of CDFI loans. I didn't mention that one. That's a no income verification, no job loan for primary residence and second homes. So definitely a lot of cool options here at the Mortgage Calculator, where you can really increase your lending footprint and definitely be able to add much value to the transaction as a loan consultant. And the best part about that is that it's not going to be a race to the bottom with your commissions, right? You're not going to have to be heavily discounting yourself just to get the deal. You are going to be able to originate it for a fair value for everybody involved, add value to the transaction, and have a happy client at the end. And hopefully, if they're one of these investors like we love to specialize in, they're going to give you 2, 3, 4 more deals off the bat because they were probably just testing you in that first one. So looking forward to helping you all structure and close all your loans once you join the mortgage calculator.
All right, thank you, Jose. Let me go ahead and get into the next steps, and then we will get into the question. So real quick, we will go ahead and put the link there in the chat to move forward. It's the mortgagecalculator.com/join. So when you're ready to go forward, you're going to come here and you're going to just apply for the plan that's applicable. Now, as Nick was saying earlier, a senior loan officer is an active loan officer, right? That means somebody who's closed at least 6 loans in the past 12 months. So we're talking about a current active loan officer can come on board as a senior. Now, maybe you're new, or maybe you don't quite have that production to show, or maybe you're just getting back into the business. That's totally fine. Everybody just starts as a loan officer in that case. And once you have that 6 loans closed within 12 months production, then you can move up to a senior loan officer. So those are the next steps. Go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join. You're going to click here. What's going to happen is it's going to take you right to sign the initial compensation agreement. Now, you don't have to sign it right then. Don't worry. Take your time. It's going to email you a copy as well. So take your time. But once you do sign that initial agreement, that's what kicks off all of the next steps. We'll reach out to get your license info, your ID documents, and walk you through having us sponsor your license and all that kind of good stuff. So the mortgagecalculator.com/join, go ahead and apply for the plan that's applicable to you, sign that initial compensation agreement after you review it, and then at that point, we will reach out with all of the next steps. So with that being said, we can go ahead and stop recording now, Nick, and we will get into the question.